Hi everybody, Richard Ells here from Electroneum with an update. We've been a little bit quiet of late, but because we've been working really hard. So we've got tons of exciting stuff going on at the moment. We have a fork coming up this month, which is going to be an exciting thing. It brings in lots of new things for our blockchain, which I'll go over in another video. But we have, if you go and look at our LinkedIn, you see we've got a big recruitment drive going on. That's going to happen now for the rest of the year. As we grow our team, we've got a ton of marketing people that we require. We've taken on a recruitment guy who's going to come in, and his full-time job is going to be bringing on more people, growing the team and delivering the best possible team to move us into the future. So today I'd like to cover some community questions that have come up that we thought it'd be nice to do a video on rather than doing it as just a social media post. So we'll see what we've got. Okay, so ETN is not a charity coin. Charities are all about giving, of course, which is a wonderful thing, and I can see how people could mistake that because we are giving away ETN every month with the mobile miner. But remember that our giving away of ETN every month, whilst that is to the unbanked of the world, who are often targeted by charities and NGOs as well, what we're doing is we are giving away ETN to grow our user base. So if you imagine we were taking that ETN value as a US dollar amount and we were giving it to Google, or we were giving it to some other advertising media to onboard that user, people wouldn't see us as a charity. It's only because we're giving it to the end user and cutting out the marketing spend in the middle that people could confuse us with a charity. But no, we're not a charity. We are a commercial enterprise. We certainly are not aiming to turn a profit initially, but like Twitter or Facebook, our aim is all about growing users, get huge user numbers, tens, hundreds of millions of users. At that stage, easy to monetize the business. Okay, one other thing that people have been asking about is the overdue notice on Companies House with regards to our accounts. This is nothing to worry about. I need to possibly reiterate that because all of our accounts are completely revolutionary. Nobody's ever done this before in British history. So we are the very first company that's accounting for crypto in the way that we are in the whole of Britain's accounting history. So our accountants have had a great deal of fun working on it, I think. They're doing something that is totally outside of the norm, and they are defining a whole new set of practices for the future. We have our practice, our accountancy methodology has now been signed off by one of the top 4 auditing companies in the world, and our accounts are moving forwards. We hope that they will be submitted in the next week or 2. I know it's overdue, but it isn't anything to worry about. Companies House will not be worried about it. Nobody is worried. HMRC are not worried about it either because we're working closely with them to make sure that everything is absolutely perfect when it goes in. Okay, so the mobile miner doesn't pay out $3. I think it's important to have a look at all of the wording we've ever used. We've always said up to $3. So people around the world are getting different amounts. This is a part of an experimental process, but the important thing is that there is around $3 worth of value being given away in South Africa. So that's because we're live in South Africa. You can actually top up your mobile airtime in ETN from the ETN app. Now, this is a pretty revolutionary thing that's taking place. What we don't want to do is we don't want to suddenly give away $3 worth. We've got a finite pool. We don't want to give away $3 worth of ETN to everyone in the world and then use the whole lot up before the ecosystem is ready to go. We've got years and years worth of mobile mining funds to give out, but we want to give it out in a strategic way that is the best possible thing for Electroneum. So we have other countries sitting in the wings waiting to go live. We are still finishing off our experimentation and our changes that we've learned and grown from on the ground in South Africa. And we have those other countries ready to go live. When they go live, as soon as other countries go live, which you'll be seeing later in the year, you will see other regions having $3 worth of value. And as that adds up over the coming months, you'll start seeing more and more regions have $3 of value when, this is the critical part, when we can top up directly with ETN to airtime and data. Okay, so a little update on South Africa. You may have seen one video update that I already did that said we hit our user numbers, our top-up numbers within the first couple of months. So the unlimited gave us a target which we hit easily before the end of the trial, but we weren't satisfied with those numbers in any way, shape or form. So we had people on the ground that were literally interfacing with people and understanding exactly where any bottlenecks were within the process. Why weren't we getting the viral growth we expected? So the good news is that the result of that was that we created the user interface experience that you are probably aware now exists within the app. If you haven't seen that user interface experience, you've really got to find a friend that hasn't got Electroneum, get them to install the app and get them to onboard. Our old onboarding process took about 10 minutes. It was quite cumbersome. The new onboarding takes 60 seconds, and it's really slick, it's gamified, and it's really awesome. That is a direct result of our on-the-ground interaction with people and understanding exactly what it is that people need to get involved in Electroneum. So we've taken that learning and put it into the app. Now, what's happened with that is we've gone, we've tripled the amount of people that finished the sign-up process. So literally 300% gain in sign-up completions, which is great news. But more important than that is we only launched this about 6 weeks ago, and yet we've already seen a viral explosion in South Africa and elsewhere in the world as well, I might add. So what's happening now is because it's so easy to get on board, people are now recommending it to their friends. So we've seen a 400 or 500% gain in user numbers in the last month, so from the month before. And that's all off the back of that user interface experience. So we've taken what we've learned on the ground in South Africa and we've made it apply to the world, and it's already having a viral effect. Now, we have other countries in the wings waiting to go live. We want to learn as much as we can from South Africa before we roll out other countries. But other countries are going to be coming where you will be able to buy airtime and data from those places. And at that point, you will see the $3 come live, you will see the viral growth come live, and the ecosystem being rolled out in multiple places. So we've learned a lot from South Africa. It's been very, very successful, and you're going to see much more success down there as time goes on. Okay, so the next question was about notifications in the app, and we have quite a lot of things coming in the app. We're going to push them out a bit at a time because we've got so many great things coming. The notifications has been well tested. I sat in the meeting room just over there to my right literally 2 days ago and watched it end to end, completely seamless on our development environment, and it was fantastic. Push notifications for minor rewards, for the fact that you've had ETN arrive, for the fact that it's been the transaction is complete, all sorts of things is all now coded. It's ready to be pushed out to Android and Apple. So I would say that there's a 90% chance that you'll see push notifications come out into our app next week. A week after at the absolute outside. So push notifications well on the way. Just as a little aside from that, I also saw something else demoed, which is also ready to go out, which is really, really exciting as well. And that is going to be something that helps us move into other countries as we move forwards with top-ups. So watch this space. Okay, so a lot of people have been asking me, where are we at with the gig economy? Why isn't it out yet? And what is happening? So as you know, we've had a huge amount of experience in South Africa. We've changed our app substantially. This is the Electroneum wallet app. The substantial change has been to the user onboarding. So the stats from our changes, so we've made user interface experience changes, dramatic ones, and we've got our user onboarding has just smashed it now. We've got viral growth, we've got all the things that we planned for, but once we got the feedback from the ground, we realized that we needed to make those changes. Now, at the same time that we got that feedback and we worked on that, we realized that the same changes need to take place within the gig economy site. The gig economy site was overly technical. It is now being streamlined by the team internally. We're not outsourcing anything anymore. So our internal team are working to create that amazing user interface experience that they've done elsewhere. They're bringing that into the gig economy so that when we launch it, it's absolutely brilliant. Okay, thanks everybody. Appreciate your time in watching this video. Thanks to the community for getting the questions in the first place. If you have any questions, do please get them on our community forum. We will endeavour to make these videos as often as we can and get updates out as often as we can. We are crazy busy here. Everybody's grafting really, really hard to make this product what we all want it to be. So thank you for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.